People don't understand, but you will understand when those hospitals in rural America start closing down even more. You will understand when you don't have your Social Security. You will understand when your Medicaid, your Medicare goes away. You will understand as planes continue to fall out of the sky. Soon you will understand.
She then claims that if Trump wasn't the current president, we wouldn't have so many planes falling out of the sky. So she's blaming the planes that are falling out of the sky on Trump. This is what we do. Expected. You know what I mean? You're supposed to make the other side look bad. You're supposed to blame everything on the other side. She is not supposed to give him any props whatsoever.
53% approval rating. It's higher than it's ever been. 70% believe that he's fulfilling his promises, and 45% believe Democrats should be more moderate. What do you take away? I think there's a lot to make of those numbers. What's your takeaway from that?
My takeaway is just like the election. We've got to do better at education. People don't understand, but you will understand when those hospitals in rural America start closing down even more. You will understand when you don't have your Social Security. You will understand when your Medicaid, your Medicare goes away. You will understand as planes continue to fall out of the sky. Soon you will understand why it's important to maybe have somebody that isn't loud and ridiculous, and maybe Sleepy Joe is what we wanted because we could at least sleep at night.
Yeah, that's the truth. Amen, child.
All right. So her point was, the young lady that spoke before her was saying that Trump's approval rating is much higher than Biden's approval rating was. 74% of the people who were in the polls said they like the fact that Trump is doing exactly what he said he was going to do. You don't need to be educated further to know that promises made by Trump have been also kept by Trump. So she's just being condescending. Also, it was saying that the other group of individuals who answered the poll believe that that Democrats should be more moderate. She then claims that if Trump wasn't the current president, we wouldn't have so many planes falling out of the sky. So she's blaming the planes that are falling out of the sky on Trump. Now, we already know that a lot of people are this is what we do, expected. You know what I mean? You're supposed to make the other side look bad. You're supposed to blame everything on the other side. She is not supposed to give him any props whatsoever. And plus, a lot of her friends are being touched by Trump's policies. She has to be the new rising star, the biggest voice, the biggest mouthpiece, who she now calls Trump ridiculous. But now that's been her. That's been out there talking about, we're going to give you hell and we're going to keep our foot in your ass until you start following the law, following the rules. Well, this is exactly what Trump's voters voted for. And it's not about us being educated further. We've been trying to educate you all, but you decided not to listen. You didn't want to hear anything we had to say about what the illegal immigrations was doing to this country. You didn't want to hear anything we had to say about all the policies that y'all were pushing on our elementary schools for LGBTQAI plus programs and agenda was doing to our kids. Y'all didn't care anything about that. You didn't care anything about when we were saying, why are we sending so much money to Ukraine? Why are we sending so much money to Palestine? How come Biden did a piss poor job in Afghanistan? You guys didn't want to hear anything with that, but y'all are the most educated. That's what she was pretty much saying. This young lady really believes that she is above and beyond anything that's offered on the right. She believes that she's far smarter than Elon and Trump. She believes that the people on the left are far smarter than anything that's offered to our country by the right. And I think it's extremely disingenuous, man. At some point, we need to be true Americans and look at the lay of the land. We need to look at the past and try to figure out, why is Trump in this position to run this nation in the first place? You all had the controls. You had the controls, Jasmine Crokett. Biden had the controls. Kamala had the controls. What did you do with it? What did you do with the power that you had? when you had it? Absolutely nothing. Oh no, you did do something. Y'all made sure that y'all padded the pockets of your friends. You padded the pockets of other congressmen and senators, and congressmen and senators, and you did nothing for the American people. Y'all also made sure that you only took care of certain protected groups and completely disregarded anybody who did not vote for Biden. That's unfortunate. And now we're here. Planes falling out the sky. The guy that was leading the FAA, in charge of the FAA, this guy was asked questions by, I forgot what committee he was in front of, but this dude didn't know the roles, the roles and responsibilities of anybody that's related to airplanes, of flying them, landing them, training, none of that. And that's why we are where we are. The new plane that just now landed in Toronto, I think it was a contractor through Delta Airlines. This plane was an all-women crew, complete women crew. And it was intentional. And I'm not saying that women can't get the job done. I'm not saying that at all. But you guys being so intentional with what you focus on, what you choose to focus on, rather than safety and precision and doing the job correctly. This is why we continue to get into these sticky situations that we're in. And it's highly unfortunate. I wish that we can just work together and stop always pointing fingers at one another and just realize we made this bed. Like, we laid in this bed. Now it's time for us to make it. Like, at the end of the day, it's your fault that this country is where it is right now, because you never hold Biden accountable. You didn't hold Kamala accountable. As a matter of fact, you pushed for her to become the president and she was not qualified. But since she was a black woman, you wanted to push her across the line. How responsible is that? We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. As a congresswoman, makes no sense to me. So if somebody votes you into office, diversity should not be your number one reason for pushing anybody across the line, period. Because they look like you, because they went to the same universities as you or people that you know, because they pledged, AKA like a lot of your friends, a lot of your bourgeois friends that are currently making a lot of money. Come on now. You guys chose to ignore what was important. And now Trump, Elon, Kash Patel, you name it. Everybody, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK, these people are in office right now. They are about to fix things up. And now all you can do is complain and wait your turn and talk about Sleepy Joe. It was a reason why his name was Sleepy Joe. And then you just going to repeat it, Sleepy Joe. We wasn't calling him Sleepy Joe because we wanted him to be always look like he was asleep or always act like he was sleepy or be falling all over the place or faking like he's riding a bike just so he can look good for the cameras. And then as soon as it's time for him to stop the bike, get off and have a damn interview, he busts his ass. He can't even do that right. So you are making a mockery out of the people that you backed 1000%, which makes no sense at all. Now we got a man in office that's doing exactly what he promised. And you're saying that we can sleep better at night if Trump wasn't in office. It's foolish. And then shout out to the View audience for always knowing when to clap. Y'all are ridiculous, bro. Y'all are ridiculous. I don't understand these damn people for real. I really don't. Like, it's all gaslight with these people, bro. It's extremely condescending. My takeaway is we need to do a better job at educating people. Yeah, you do. And guess who was saying that the Department of Education was trash? Trump. He was saying the exact same thing that you were saying, Miss Crokett. He was saying that we need to do a better job at educating people. Why? Why was he saying it? He was saying it because people all over these kids all over the United States, especially in blue cities, are graduating from 12th grade and only reading at a 4th grade level. Doing math at a 4th grade level. Trump was saying the same thing you were saying. And he wasn't being condescending about it. What he was trying to do was he was trying to hold our federal agencies that's responsible for education accountable. You guys are supposed to be handling this. What's going on with our kids? And this is the hypocrisy of it all. Jasmine Crokett say we need to do a better job at educating. So instead of educating during the Biden administration, they decided to push people across the finish line with diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. So although they are reading on a 4th grade level, we still need for them to be able to get into whatever college we want them to get into and get whatever jobs we want them to get, or get whatever contracts from the government that they need to get, because they are Black, because they are women, because they are Hispanic, because they are Asian, because they are LGBTQAI+. You guys give everybody a pass without them meeting the requirements that's necessary. You all did not want American citizens to achieve their next level by way of merit. Did I say that right? If I said that wrong, please correct me inside the chat, guys, because I am a novice when it comes to this politics stuff. Y'all already know this, but just in case I'm wrong, I was under the understanding that the Democrats were the ones that did not want people to go by merit. You guys wanted people to be qualified based off of their sex and their race, their ethnicity. That's what you all wanted. Educating and making them compete for what they wanted. You didn't want that. You always wanted 20 to 25% of the slots to be available for people based off of how they look and if they had titties. If I am lying, I'm flying. Feel free to correct me. But yet she want to sit there on her high horse and say that Americans don't know what the hell they're talking about because they're not educated. But they will know when the worst starts to happen. When more planes fall out the sky. They will know when no one has Medicaid anymore. They will know when no one has jobs and no one has opportunities anymore. They will know when the worst happens. And we, at least with Sleepy Joe, we can sleep better at night. Sleep better at night? You think people were sleeping better at night when we were letting tens of millions of Hispanics over into this country? Skipping American citizens who needed the help and putting money directly into their pockets? Was Americans sleeping better at night then? What about the Hurricane Helene victims who are sleeping very well at night in their tents for months? But yet, USAID is sending $59 million to New York luxury hotels for illegal immigrants. You want to talk about sleeping better at night under Sleepy Joe? Come on now, sweetheart. I hate to sound condescending, and I'm not trying to, because I do realize that this young lady I'm talking to is far more educated than me. She's a lawyer. She had her own law firm. She's a congresswoman, like very educated. I don't have a college degree. I just speak in common sense. But feel free to check me whenever you want to. I voted Democrat my entire life. I just see the hypocrisy and the gaslighting in her verbiage. I see the hypocrisy in everything that they're saying on this entire show. That's why I don't watch The View. You guys speak with your feelings and not with your mind. And that makes no sense to me.